guys, it's Prince Rich with RTG Call Center Solutions, and today I have some special guests with me with Talkdesk to talk about what's in the box. Before we get into that, for anybody who's watching this video and you're wondering what's in the box, what video, what's he talking about, here's the clip. Okay, so before we talk about what's in the box, what this new solution or feature from Talkdesk is, first, Rui and Crystal, could you please let me and the viewers know who you are and what you actually do at Talkdesk?
Sure. So I'm Crystal Miceli. I head up product marketing, industry strategy, as well as integrated campaigns for Talkdesk, and been here for about almost a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Prince. I'm a product guy. I'm a VP of product here at Talkdesk. I've been with the company for, almost 5 years now. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Glad to be here, man.
Awesome. First and foremost, thank you so much, both of you, for being here. I really appreciate your time and the collaboration to be able to show our viewers what's in this box. So that begs the question, what is it? What is this mystery thing?
Okay. So Talkdesk is really here to offer the sophistication of an AI-powered contact solution that communicates on every channel, omni-channel, across social, across your email, across voice, giving you that flexibility to act like a big business in terms of the customer service you provide, but without all of the overhead with professional services projects or big IT teams.
So I got a question about that, just so I know a little bit more about what this is, because some of this is a little technical, even for me. So you're saying it's a contact center solution specifically for e-commerce oriented customers, or?
For certainly, I think it's really not just for e-commerce oriented. I mean, if you think about brick and mortar businesses, small businesses, services businesses, anyone that's going and doing home visits, right? It could be pest control, it could be any kind of small business, but it gives you a gateway into your customer service that allows you to communicate on every channel, to bring together all of the information that you know about your customers, and to serve up real results through self-service in a sophisticated way through AI that maybe only in the past big companies have been able to afford to do.
I've got you. So if I'm understanding this correctly too, the way it's priced, we don't have to get into detailed specific pricing because I know that could be different depending on the customer and the need, but it sounds like it also has a more appealing entry-level price compared to like what somebody would say full-blown contact center or something, this particular product.
Rui, I don't want to steal your thunder. You want to give some details on what's in the box?
I can. So to your point, Crystal, I mean, this is the ability for the small folks to play in the big leagues, right? If you will, Prince. The idea that, they can, push a button, and at the end of that push of that button, the thing just works out of the box. So think of a very complex or a fairly complex enterprise play, dumb it down, making sure that they can be used by whomever, mom and dad, shop down the road or whatnot, so that they can talk to their customers. Now, from a pricing perspective, to your question, we made it that simple. So it's whatever you use, you pay, right? There's no licensing fees, there's no commitments, there's no even, contract things or terms or whatnot. You use it, and if you do like it, and if you want to use it more, by all means, keep on using it, and you pay for what you get. But one extra perk around it is that we give you $100 free of charge, right? Just free of charge. Play with it. At the end of those $100, you can input your credit card or whatnot and use it more, or you can say, look, this is not for me, and that's not okay, but we can make it better.
Okay.
What's really interesting, I think, is the fact that there's 25 free seats forever. So, a company who is, 50 employees or fewer probably doesn't even have a formal contact center. Probably everybody is doing customer service, from the owner of the company down to people who are out in the field on the shop floor. But this allows half of their company to actually be leveraging this tool set to provide that incredible customer service.
You're using Gmail, you're using your own SMS number, you're using whatever, and you want to condense that and put that to play into an enterprise product as it is Talkdesk, but tailored to my needs. And of course, if you want to tailor it even further, if you want to explore even further, if you want to take it to a second level, third derivative or whatnot in terms of making the AI tailored to your need, you can. We just make it to work out of the box, but then you can play with it. It's your playground.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is kind of brilliant in that obviously you guys know the big talk everywhere is CX, contact center, better customer experience, all that kind of stuff. If I'm understanding this solution, it's not only kind of like an entry level / gateway for, as you put it, Crystal, almost any kind of business to experience contact center or CX solutions. It's also kind of like a really good test bed for some customers that may be thinking about contact center CX and like, is it right for me? Is it not right for me, to be able to use Talkdesk to experience it? Am I understanding that right? To experience it, and then if they like it, as you put it, they can keep it.
100%. This is a great way for people to kind of get accustomed to something that may be a technology they've never explored before, right? But I mean, the best way to think about this is maybe you're a small storefront. Maybe you've got a few stores, and you're trying to provide 24-hour customer service. You're not staffed to do that.
Yeah.
The big brands you compete with that are providing service in malls or online, maybe they have those greater resources. But now guess what? You can compete by providing 24-hour service in every language you could possibly conceive of to service your entire community the same exact way that the biggest brands in the world do. Using, by the way, I don't want to sort of discount this, the exact same technology that we offer to the biggest enterprises in the world.
Okay.
Exactly. So think of, forget about press 1 for this, press 2 for that, press 3 for that. You use AI to actually route those based on whatever is the reason that the person is calling or interacting with you in a digital format, SMS, emails, and whatnot. You use AI to help the user that is actually interacting with that caller to have a better answer, right? To understand how to address that and tackle that concern or that question in a better way. You use AI when there's no agent, there's no user, and it's off hours, like Crystal was saying, and you use the agentic AI capability in order to do so. It even includes voice biometrics, understanding who you are by the way that you speak and whatnot, with all the compliance bells and whistles. So it's really, allowing the small folks to play in the big leagues, as I usually say.
And you mentioned agentic AI, so this is using agentic AI. Probably a whole lot more, but okay. It's funny, I won't go into all of the details, but I interviewed in a previous video the CEO of one of your competitors, but this has a point to it. And he even stated that he believed that agentic AI was the future. Like, period, was what he believed. So this tells me you guys are ahead of the curve in this thinking. So I want to talk use cases a little bit. Just so that the audience watching this can kind of put themselves into the shoes of the solution. First and foremost, you said the name of this new thing was what again? What was the official name of it?
Talkdesk Express.
Talkdesk Express. Give me, if you could, 3. We've talked about a few here and there, but I want to go a little deeper. Give me 3 use cases that, as you put it, are not the big boys. They're not the Amazons or the Johnson & Johnsons or anything like that. Give me a few really good use cases of where this may be a fit, or where somebody who's watching this video should maybe look at a demo of this or speak to Talkdesk directly to say, hey, tell me more, show me more.
So I think a great example might be a small healthcare practice. Maybe a small dental practice, right? You're trying to schedule appointments. They're trying to get in contact with their healthcare provider, and maybe they're not part of some big super conglomerate. And sometimes medical offices tend to work the same hours as their customers do. So when do you make those phone calls to try to get those things arranged? Normally you're trying to carve out a few minutes at lunchtime or something like that. Now what this can do is it can allow someone to call 7 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, 3 o'clock in the morning and say, you know what, I just remembered I've got to make that medical appointment. Let me call in using my voice, just speak naturally.
Wow.
Hey, I need to make an appointment because I'm past due for my dental cleaning. Not press 1 for dental cleanings or press 2 for appointments, just a natural conversation. And then the system actually, if you're a previous customer, it picks up, it knows your voice. It says, oh, that's Crystal. Crystal came in 6 months ago for her dental cleaning. You know what? Oh yeah, you're due. Your insurance will cover this. Would you like Tuesday at 8? And help to navigate that as if you've got a full-time personally staffed contact center. And this is your mom and son and grandfather dental practice up the street. This is something that's really game-changing for the competition of small businesses in the realm of big conglomerates and consolidation.
Okay. So,
Hey, Prince, I can give you another
I was
one.
going to say, so
look,
healthcare, and I'm glad she mentioned that, because healthcare is like number one, what we work with over here, but I want two more.
So for example, I can give you another one, which is without naming the actual company, but this is a real life example of someone that is already using Talkdesk Express. Small business owner, he has the need to actually provide services to a myriad of customers or whatnot. This is labor intensive services. Those workers that work for that company, they need to be reached 24/7 or whatnot. This is an urgency type of engagement, and they need to have some sort of a centralized way for people to call in, and they don't have to press this for that, they don't have to press that for that. They actually can talk. Hey, I want to talk to Kevin, I want to talk to Mike, I want to talk to Steve, I want to talk to Barbara, I want to talk to whomever is my personal assistant in that particular project. And that is something that they liked about it. And though even if it's off hours, you can drop a voicemail. Even if it's off hours, it can actually, if the question is something that can be looked into the knowledge base, which is AKA for the website of that company, the system will actually read from the website, feed from it, and and provide answers, so that you don't even have to ask those users, those persons to reply to that interaction.
Wow.
I think one thing you'd asked about earlier too was agentic AI. Obviously what we're describing is some agency. The agent is able to interact on the company's behalf and make decisions and forward work. But what's really interesting is about the way that we configure this is actually also agentic. Instead of having to have some incredibly sophisticated IT or AI expert that's behind the scenes configuring every step of that communication, we literally just give it agentic prompts ourselves in natural language. And that's the configuration for the platform. That's what makes it so accessible to small businesses that don't have these formal IT teams.
Yeah. Final thing I want to talk about, and then I got a curveball question for you guys. What are we at liberty to speak about any of the pricing? Or it's not so much the number I'm looking for. How is this priced in comparison to typical contact center? When somebody calls a 5.9 or something, or a Dialpad or one of those guys, and they see the price tag and they're like, oh my God, how is this priced for the smaller guy? Or I hate to say smaller guy, because I've come across so many businesses. I've worked with thousands of businesses, and I've come across so many businesses that they have the need. When we consult with them, they absolutely have the need for contact center, but they don't necessarily have the pocketbook for traditional contact center. Where does this come in that arena with regard to pricing?
Well, that's the really good news is we're only offering this for companies up to 50 employees in size, and 25 seats are free. 25. So if you have 50 employees, it's literally 50% of your workforce can become customer service agents in their spare time without having to have a lot of formal training of any kind. Then the AI on the back end, we give you a credit, as Rui mentioned before, a $100 credit for utilization for the voice and the AI capabilities. And it just spends down. You only pay for what you use in terms of the consumption of those tools. And you can tweak how much AI you want to use versus how little, depending upon the nature of your business.
So the thing works like this. You go to the website, you put your corporate email account. That's it. That's all you need. You don't need a credit card. You don't need nothing. You just put your corporate email address there, and it takes you right into the system. It's after 45 seconds, 50 seconds or whatnot, you have your very own contact center. You have 25 licenses free for life. You have $100 to play with, right? After which you will say, look, this is great. I need more or not, etc. The pricing is a per interaction type of thing. One call is an interaction. One AI unit is an interaction and whatnot. So it's really, really easy to explain in that sense. And we are, can I say that, democratizing the use of contact center to this? Yeah, can I say that?
You can say it.
So we're making it really, really simple, I guess. But we're all, of course, open to, as a product person, we always are. Some feedback. Just give us some feedback. What works? What doesn't? What could we do better? What could we also include into this? Because we are not including everything that Talkdesk has to offer for the enterprise into this offer, but we could. Right? It's that simple.
Yeah, and we include quite a lot. I mean, we talk about some of the most sophisticated capabilities like our navigator, our biometric identity, our Copilot capabilities, all autopilot. This is all included, and so you could actually go and look at our website. We publish our pricing on our website. You're actually able to go and see what is the value of 25 licenses
Yeah.
of a baseline Talkdesk product. It's really substantial what we're offering.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys. I learned a lot from this today. So for the final question, the curveball question, for anybody that's watching this right now and they either fall within this 50 or less seat range and they either know they need some sort of contact center solution, or they know they've outgrown whatever their current communication solution is, or for those that are watching, because we get those viewers too, the guys that are bigger than 50 seats or higher, maybe in the hundreds of seats, and they are either on the fence about Talkdesk or never heard of them. Bottom line, they're in market for a new contact center solution. What would you like to say to them about why Talkdesk?
I would like to say, so for Talkdesk, our differentiation is about the fact that we provide an end-to-end unified AI-powered platform that provides you everything from your inbound and outbound voice communications, your omni-channel experiences across SMS, across chat, across social media, across interactions embedded into your website. We offer a really sophisticated enterprise-grade level of quality of voice, of speed, and of course the depth in terms of if you've got a larger contact center, being able to manage all of the people who make up that, is the human and the virtual agents, with workforce management tools, performance management tools, quality management tools, and it's all built on top of this Ascend AI platform that allows you to configure really sophisticated agentic AI capabilities without a whole army of AI experts. And so all of that together in a cloud-native platform is a really powerful value proposition.
Okay. Roy, anything you'd like to say regarding that?
Oh, I think we have all the bells and whistles. I mean, just come and check for yourself. The way that we've done it in a way that it makes it that simple for anyone to use, even those, like you said, Prince, that are on the fence and they are, kind of skeptical on, should I use, should I not use, come and see us. Come and look for yourself. It's really one single pane of glass that gives you, based on your role, your access and permissions and whatnot. So if you're a supervisor, if you're an admin, if you're an agent and whatnot, for those big enterprises, you have all of those segregations. But even for the small folks that have the ability, or that have the need, let me put it this way, to have the same type of customer experience, we have you covered.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your input, both of you. And thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you being here.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Likewise.
So for anybody who's watching this video right now and you're thinking, just like Roy and Crystal said, is Talkdesk right for me? Is it not? I don't know. We work with Talkdesk pretty regularly. If you'd like to see a demo, you can contact us via the information below this video, and we'll connect you right up with our sales engineers and folks over at Talkdesk for special pricing, access to a demo, seeing what's under the hood, and being able to ask questions to their engineers and specialists specifically regarding your needs. As always, this is Prince Rich with RTG Call Center Solutions. I'll catch you guys again in the next video.